This is a meeting of the Cemetery Commission of the Town of Douglas. All members are here and we have a full quorum. We need to do a reorganization.
No, we actually did it last time and I
That's
forgot
right.
to take it off, so that's all set.
That's my thought.
We can skip that, I just forgot.
We have
to
a
erase
treasurer's
it.
report.
Yes, for fiscal '24, we had $1,716.13 left. However, we are about to receive $12,760 for fiscal '25.
And that's just for basically mowing.
Correct, and water turn on, water turn off.
Yep,
Any supplies.
yep.
But the way they've been mowing, it looks like we may run out of money quick anyway.
Yeah, because this year they're mowing more than
Yeah,
usual.
yeah. But we should have $12,760 any
Good.
day now.
Oh, my
How about if I
God.
hand the meeting over to you
Oh.
and you just
All right, I'll just read the agenda, that's fine.
read the agenda?
All right, so that was the treasurer's report. And for secretary's report, we only had one correspondence, which actually just came today, so that's new to us. So we can either do that after or not. We're not meeting with, we are meeting with Kelly Stimson from the Greater Worcester Community Foundation today, but she's not coming until 11:30. So we can do, either discuss that letter or we can do meeting minutes. In the meantime. Oh, actually, I can give you a recap of the volunteers if we want to just
Okay.
take that out of order, because I did have, so we had our volunteer group come
From Serve, yep.
from Douglas Serve. So there was 17 volunteers over 2 days. We did a Tuesday and a Thursday from about 9:30 in the morning until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Plus we had 3 people that were supervising. It was me, Ross Weaver from Sutton came again to help us, and Molly from the Blackstone Corridor. So with all of us, there was 17 volunteers of the students plus the 3 of us, and we cleaned 144 headstones total, according to Molly's count. She kept track of how many we cleaned. She sent me some photos. So if you guys want to see any photos, and then she let me know that.
I wonder if you could put those on the website and put up a little write-up
Yeah,
so
I
people
think
could
we probably
see
could.
them.
She said, as long as the kids' faces weren't showing, because half of them had signed a waiver saying they could be photographed and some of them hadn't. So the ones that did, it's
okay.
Yeah. I also took photos, so I probably have some where you don't.
Maybe
see
we
the
could just do
kids'
the ones of the
faces.
stones.
Yeah, right.
Rather
right.
than,
And I think
Before and after.
I took some of the stones that I did, and I
Right,
think
as
I took
opposed
some
to
of
people.
Ross. Yeah, so.
then we don't have to worry about the people issue.
Right, yeah, so we could always do that. So that was my little recap of the volunteer day. So it was good. I think everybody had fun. There was no issues. It was a little hot the first day, but we kind of stayed to a shady area.
Yeah,
And
it
yeah,
was
and Lee
hot.
came down too,
Was hot.
so, yep. Lee came down and did some work, and yeah, it was a little warm that day.
Yeah. I had to move.
Right? Yeah.
I bet.
Gotta keep in the shade. And I kind of picked a little spot under one of those nice cedar trees there in the middle and worked on one plot. So that was good. Yep. And I guess we'll skip ahead to minutes since we have a few before she'll be here. And I did realize we were a little behind in minutes, so we actually have 3 sets of minutes to read. We have October, from April, and we approved May's at the last meeting, so we have
Yep.
June to do from our last meeting. And so, I don't know if everyone's read, this is October's minutes. We'll just trade, because,
I got them.
all right, and you had June's. And then this is April's. Did you need to see June's or April's? Or, I think that's June's.
No, I saw June.
Okay, that's April.
Yeah, I saw April too.
All right. Did you see April's?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I just test the smoke detector, or
Um,
want me to come back in a few?
if you could come
Yeah,
back,
no
that would be
problem.
great. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Tomorrow.
Right. Preferably once we're done. Otherwise, that will be in the recording. All right. So, does anyone want to make a motion to approve the minutes of April 11th, 2024?
I make a motion to approve the minutes of April 11th, 2024.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so April 11th is approved. Put that aside, I'll give those to Christine. Want to do October 31st next? Meeting minutes of October 31st from last year that we had forgotten to do in April, so.
Motion to approve the minutes of October 21st, 2023.
I second.
Okay, so
All
October.
those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, aye.
Aye.
October 31st is approved, okay. And then lastly, we have the meeting minutes of Thursday, June 20th. This was our last
Last
meeting,
meeting.
so,
Last meeting.
most recent meeting, yep. So,
Motion to approve the minutes of June
20th?
20th,
Yep.
2024.
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and those are approved. Yay, and that catches us up, so they'll be happy.
Very good.
And we also got committee handbooks. This is just kind of housekeeping from Town Hall that they would like us to sign that we received this. I don't know if there's an actual,
Place to
oh
sign.
yeah, I think it's on the back. So we just have to like return this last page to Lisa after we sign.
Okay. These go to Lisa Freeman?
Yes, yeah. Date today is the 25th.
What goes down the bottom?
I think it's
Oh,
just
same thing?
same thing, yeah, like sign name of the commission and then the date.
Oh, for that office use only?
Oh, was I not supposed to sign that?
I don't know. Is this what I,
Oh, no, I might have signed in the wrong place. Did I? I should have read it first.
yeah, that's what I signed.
I'm just signing it, right? Oh, okay, and that's the code of conduct thing, okay.
See, because that says for office use.
Oh, okay, yeah, we won't sign that then. So are we all supposed to sign the same one? She only gave us one copy of that, so,
Well,
I don't know.
I'm looking at this.
Oh, okay, so yeah, that's the big one. So we got two different things. We got the big handbook.
This is to say that you received this, correct?
Yeah, right.
And that's
The back is
that
to
you
say
will
you
behave
received it.
yourselves in your
Right,
meetings.
and this is that you'll behave yourself, right? This is a separate paper, but you can read this one too. It's just like codes of conduct. I just don't know, she only gave us one sheet to sign, so like, are we supposed to all sign it, or? Or only Betsy has to comply, right? The rest of us are on our own.
Yeah, didn't I give him one?
She only, I think, yeah, we each got a handbook, but I think we only got one
I think we
copy
were
of this.
supposed to get 3 of those. 'cause
Yeah,
I think those
so.
have to go back for
I'll
her.
just ask her for another two
Couple of them.
of those
Do we have to read these before we?
before we turn them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Which we could do that while we're waiting for
Read this whole thing. Well, the code of conduct is in here.
Oh, okay. So I wonder if there's another page. Appendix A.
So maybe we're supposed to hand this, are we supposed to hand this back?
I think just the last page where we signed, I'm pretty sure. Unless it's
This
just
is little
this one.
signatures in here too.
Oh.
Oh,
That, maybe I'll have to ask Lisa, because I'm not sure if she needs both of those back. Appendix A, where is it?
yeah, because that piece is in here. Right?
Yes, this is quite a lot of reading.
All right, how about if we just take this home and read it
Sure,
and then
that
bring it back the
sounds-
next time?
Sounds good, and we can all return our things to Lisa. All right, let's see, what else do we have? All right, we still have 15 minutes until,
Do you wanna, do other business?
yeah, sure.
I went to South Street Cemetery and I wrote down, things that need repair.
These are the
Oh,
broken
alright.
ones.
Awesome.
Well, I wrote if they were leaning or if they're tipped over, top half is off, cracked.
All right. Awesome.
But I don't think there was anything down there that was a hazard, you know, that's safety
Right.
wise. Like we have the one in Center Cemetery that's off its,
Off its
Yeah.
kilter.
yeah, and I talked to that Lou Monty, the people that, and he said he was gonna try to make it today, but obviously he's not, I guess. But he said that would, to, you know,
Reset that?
reset that would be, not be a problem.
All right, that's good. I'm glad to have this. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, I went and looked at a few too.
So where are we gonna go from here for the repair? You wanna wait till he can still meet with us, or do you want?
What's
Do
the
you
one
wanna
in
get
the
it
center
started?
one? Do you know the name of the person?
The one with the one that's off its base.
The one
No,
that's off its base?
no, I don't. I did look at it, but I didn't write that down.
Yeah.
Didn't write
I
it.
did a walkthrough of Pine Grove too, but I didn't really write anything down. I just kind of looked around, and I actually think I took some photos too, just to show like, let me see if I can find them. But just to show you like the general state of
Yeah.
things there. Just have to really get into my photos.
Well, because the one in Douglas Center, there's that row on the hump that are all leaning forward.
Yeah, that's a concerning.
That's concerning. But I think, I don't know, he would have to reset them, but somebody would have to do some groundwork to push that hill back up.
Yeah, so you'd almost need like a, I don't know what kind of company would do that, like some,
I don't either, because this monument's in front of it.
yeah.
But I wondered if he could reset those. so that they're not
leaning. Yeah,
forward.
I'll ask him, I'll get him out here again, but do you want to, should we start at Center Cemetery, or do you want, there was nothing that was real concerning south, in my opinion,
Okay,
but, I just would like to get him started, because before you know
started
it,
on what?
on fixing
Which ones?
stones. The ones that he made.
The ones from
propo-
last time.
Proposal. That he made the proposal. 14 stones.
And that will cost,
8,700.
8,700, and that will come out of,
That fund for preservation and that has about 42,000 in it. We were gonna,
and then what would we use for the rest of the stones?
well, there will be money left over, so he can, once he's done with what he's proposed here, then he can continue.
So to use all the 42,000 for that?
It probably won't cost 42,000 for what we need done.
You don't think so?
I don't know, but I mean, we'll have to look into it, but my point was just to get him started, you know? Because before you know it, the snow will be flying.
Right. Okay, so I did find my pictures from Pine Grove. I'll just show you guys a couple, like, there's like ones like this,
That are
where
leaning?
it's like leaning, and then there's another, like this row, one's already come down, the other's leaning pretty bad.
Yeah,
That's the Thayer
Oh, yeah,
plot.
yeah.
So this one is actually missing. It's not accounted for in what's in the shed. That one's just face down. That one's leaning really far.
Hello,
Hello?
You must be Kelly.
I am Kelly.
Welcome.
Yes, hi. Thank you.
Feel free to have a seat with us.
Good.
I'm Sarah.
Hi, nice to meet you,
Nice to
Sarah.
meet
I'm Betsy
you.
Youngsma.
Okay.
I'm Lee.
Lee, okay, hi. Well, thank you for having me come today.
Yeah, thanks for coming. I'm glad you could make it down.
No problem, and if you need
We're
to
having a
finish-
little air conditioning redone in town hall, so the meeting rooms are a little messy today, but excuse its appearance.
No, that's fine, and if you're in the middle of a thought that you need to
okay.
wrap up, no worries.
Just discussing our
Stone repair.
our stone repair work that needs doing, so that was one photo. Then I had mentioned last time one of the zinc monuments that is kind
Oh,
of,
yeah.
it's got something going on underneath it where it's kind of getting raised up a little bit on the corner. So it's a little,
Somebody lives under there?
could be an animal living under there maybe. But yeah, it's a little concerning because it's like, it's coming up on one side. I don't know if there's a tree root there or if it's from frost heaves or whatnot, but that's Nancy Hammond, so you can kind of see. It's like got just a little space under it.
Yeah.
I just am concerned that it would maybe become unstable. We do still have brush back there as well. I don't know, the highway department maybe just hasn't gotten around to picking that
Yeah,
up.
I told them about it.
So we might want to,
They did Center Cemetery, but they didn't
yeah,
do that one.
might want to give them just a little reminder. It's just some branches
Yeah.
right under the big pine. Then we have other ones that are just broken. This is actually a Civil War veteran. His is broken in half. It looks like it needs a new base. The base is there, but it's in several pieces. Let's see what else we got. Then we have some that are already down. Those are rather large, like kind of tablet style. This one is an obelisk. I did notice that if you do put any pressure against it, it's a little tipsy. So I would put that one on the list of concerns.
Okay.
That's Daniel Gould's monument. also another Civil War casualty, so. And that was, I think I took a picture of the stone plot. I'm trying to find it on here. We've got iron pin erosion on a couple. Let's see, I think I had, okay, so this is, that's the Edward Stone and family plot.
What am I
Okay.
asking for now?
And they, basically, that's, you know, it's got a lot of broken monuments in that one.
He wants to test the smoke alarms again.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah, I gotta do it.
Okay,
All right.
Won't take
We'll
long.
pause the meeting for a second,
A minute.
and we'll block our ears.
No, it won't be loud.
Oh, okay.
It's coming though. And we'll let you know right before we do it. Yep, there we go. So I'll come back when we're about to set everything
Oh,
off.
okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Lots of work being done here today. Okay. But anyway, I guess we'll wrap that up for now, and we can continue after, because hopefully hopefully they won't be back to test. But so anyway, let's move on to Kelly.
Sure.
And so thank you so much for coming.
Oh, no problem. No, it was great to be able to reach out. I just brought some
Thank you.
information for all of you I thought we could go over, so.
Yeah, we're very curious because none of us had been aware of this
Okay.
fund, so it was all new
Great.
to all of us.
So just a little background first. So, my name is Kelly Stimson. I'm the Vice President of Philanthropic Services at the Greater Worcester Community Foundation. We're a local community foundation. There's community foundations throughout the state and across the U.S. We're all geographically based, and so our base is Worcester County. And so a lot of the nonprofits that we work with, all of our competitive grant making stays within the county. All of our scholarships pretty much stay within the county. And we have about 220 million in endowment, which is comprised of over 600 different funds. So this is a fund, a component fund of the foundation. And every fund has a type, and every fund has a purpose. And from each of these funds, we give back out in the community about 10 million a year. So just to sort of give a little bit of framework as to what the community foundation and our mission is to, improve our community in perpetuity through the use of these funds that individuals, families, companies have come to us and created for betterment of the community. So, so what I did was I thought I'd bring you some information that told you a little bit about this fund. And so on the right-hand side, I thought the first thing that would be the most helpful for you is it's called a fund statement. And so we run these every month after we close. It gives you a lot of great information. So the fund name, right at the top, is the Douglas Center Cemetery Preservation Fund. So this fund particularly supports the Center Cemetery. It's a designated, which means it was created to make distributions on a yearly basis. And it was established in 1999 by Mr. Charles L. Church. And I also included the original fund agreement that he signed, as well as a press release that I thought you might be interested in reading, that we published when Mr. Church came and created the fund with us. So over time, we've had conversations with other members of the commission. The last conversation was a couple of years ago, and at that point in time, it had been asked not to spend anything. The problem with that is if you don't take a distribution every year, it doesn't build up. And so, like in this now, you'll see at the bottom of the fund statement, you have a spendable balance of almost $2,300. So if you don't take that distribution in the year, you can't move it forward. So you'd have another distribution next year of probably a similar amount, but it can't go back.
Oh,
And so I don't know, because I wasn't involved the last time this got discussed, so I'm not sure if there was some confusion about it,
Right.
but it's in your best interest especially as you were just talking, as you were just showing those pictures, I said, oh, great, that's exactly,
Right.
you know, what the fund is here to help support, is care and maintenance at the Center Cemetery. And though I think you were at a different
Right,
cemetery.
I wasn't
but
those
the
photos,
same-
but Center
Yeah.
does have a lot that needs doing as well, so
Right.
that's good.
Yeah, so what I had done is,
So it's only the Douglas Center Cemetery?
it's
not?
only the Center Cemetery,
Okay.
correct, right. Yeah, that's the funding, but what's nice is you can use it for them and then divert other funding that you were going to use at the
Mhm.
Center Cemetery to other properties, so.
Okay.
And so, right, so I think just what happened was over time, people rolled off your group. I now am taking this over. I have gone through, this is not the only fund that hadn't been spending out, so I've been going back through all the different funds that hadn't spent out from the designated pool and reaching out, having conversations, and encouraging the granting process to start back up again. So,
That's great. It was perfect timing.
Good.
So,
Yeah.
and we had known nothing about it, so
Right.
yeah, that's
Right, I
great.
realized that because
Right.
we had whoever it was, the contact information at the time, and I went to the website and went, okay, none of those people are still
Right.
there.
No, they're
So,
not.
No, which is fine, you know, people come on committees and towns and then roll off, do other things, and new people come on. So,
Right.
yeah, so that's a really quick overview, but what we do with designated funds is we do automatic distributions. There's nothing the committee needs to do. You can choose, we do, these funds, we send out the grant checks in either April or September. So you're in time if you want to have it September. We can do it for September this year, and then next year, if you'd rather, if April's a better timing with
Yeah.
budget-wise, we can flip it and have it just set up for whichever month is
Yeah.
more favorable in terms of your budget planning.
I would think April would probably be good, since like the summer months would most likely be the best time to do repairs, so,
Okay.
but,
So who would receive the check? The town of Douglas?
It would actually go to, that is a really good question. It can't be used to offset your town funding, so we'd have to talk about the best, who would be the best. Do you have your own, does the?
No.
You don't have your own fund, so it would probably have to go to the town
Mhm.
with the
think so.
dictation of purpose and
right.
use,
Yeah,
so.
we would probably have to talk to Jean, maybe Jean Lovett, the finance director. She would probably be able to best direct us to
Okay.
where that
We
would
should
go.
do, okay.
I mean,
Right.
what did they do in the past?
I don't know, I'd have to go back. It's been a number of
Yeah,
years since this
right.
was spent out, so I'd have to go
But
back
it could
and
go to
see.
Jean with the stipulation
That it
to be
belongs
used
to
for
Douglas Center.
stone repair in Douglas
Right. Now,
Center.
does the fund itself have restrictions on what it can be used for as far as Douglas Center, or is it just anything in Douglas Center that needs to be done? Like, for instance, if,
So I included so this is the original fund agreement, so
okay.
let's just look quickly.
I knew Charlie
Okay.
turned.
So second paragraph, the name of the fund should be Douglas Cemetery Preservation. The purpose of the fund shall be to support the maintenance, repair, or enhancement of a historic cemetery located in the center of Douglas, Mass. Cemetery Commission shall serve as advisors concerning the use of the fund. So that's it, it's pretty general.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And what's nice too is, you know, all funds at the foundation, additional gifts can be added to at any time, so if there was anybody interested in wanting to fundraise to this, put some gifts into it, it would just increase the balance and would increase the annual distribution.
Oh, okay.
So-
I know occasionally we get donations, and we do have a donation account that occasionally someone will donate something to, so that's good to know.
Where does the 2280 figure come from in?
Yes, that's a great question. So, how we calculate, so the foundation uses a 4% spending rule. And so how that is calculated is we take the ending fund balance of September 30th each year, and we do a 5-year look back. So what that allows to happen is that all the, crazy gains and losses in the market by doing 5 years, 20 trailing quarters, evens out that. So we have a consistent amount granting out every year. So if there's a year, you know, for example, 2022 was a horrible investment year. So now, because we do 5 years, it helps minimize those losses over time. So you'll see it, unless you have a lot of, all of a sudden, gift activity on this, it'll stay fairly consistent. You know, it will increase over time so you've had almost 5,000 in earnings this year. So it will grow over time as earnings grow the fund over time.
All right.
Is this paid into from other sources?
What do you mean?
Do people donate it to it?
Anybody can donate. No one has donated to it
Okay.
for a while, as far as I know. Definitely not this year, but we can accept gifts at any time
Okay.
to it.
Does any of this money come from when I sell plots?
No, unless you want to send it in and put it into it.
Which is something we could do.
Sure. That would be
Okay.
your decision, right. Yep. I also included, so we also have a legacy society, we take request gifts, so I added in our flyer on that in case anybody, a lot of people set up funds as they're doing their estate planning, so if there was people in the community interested in supporting the Center Cemetery under these same provisions, somebody couldn't say, okay, I want only this money from my family plot at the cemetery, but it would go for general oversight and upkeep of the entire property. If you had somebody who was interested in doing that request, I put that paperwork in here. But it's listed, we can accept checks, we can accept stock gifts. You can actually access the fund and do credit card gifts right online from our website. The other thing I can do is, we have a fund holder portal that whoever or everybody can be set up to log in and access the monthly fund statements and see that, so I can set you up as well for that.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So, okay, so based on right now, I will, we'll do a distribution for September.
Sure.
And
Yep.
that'll be in the amount of the 2280. And then after that, we'll change to April, and it will be in April going forward every year.
Okay. That sounds good.
And do you want me to set anybody up for portal access at this point in time? You want to talk
you
about it
guys
and let
think?
me know? We've already have done it.
All right. You could, sure.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if you want to make it one of us or all of us, or how you want to do
Doesn't
it.
matter
Do we
to me.
need like an email for that? Or?
I do. I have your email,
okay.
Sarah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
if you want to have, what I could do is set you up. You can look
Yep,
it over,
sure.
see, and then if you want me to add.
Yeah.
can do
Okay.
that, okay.
Sure. That sounds good.
So what you'll see is, as, you know, when September closes, you'll actually see grants approved on the fund statement and showing it going out.
Oh, okay.
So. Okay, so who should I follow up with about making sure I know who I should be making the grant check payable to? Is there somebody here
Well,
now, maybe? I can talk to?
Let us-
Jean would probably be the best person to talk to. Jean Lovett. She's the finance director.
ask
Wanna go see if she's
Yeah,
there?
no, not Jean, the other lady that I handed my checks to.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I can't remember her name.
Sure, yeah.
But I think she's in
Might as
there.
well, I'm here, so. the
Right.
more information
Yeah,
I
because she
get,
does
I'll
all the
get.
distributions.
Oh.
Today's the day Gene is doing payroll.
Oh, okay. So
Very busy.
she may be a little busy
Yeah.
today.
Yes, but more money coming in.
Right. Yeah, that's great. We didn't even know it was there, so
Uh-huh.
that's awesome.
So I did make an extra packet. I can leave it with you if
Oh,
you have
okay.
somebody else who would like the information.
Sure.
So
Sure.
I always bring one so I can go through it, but then I like to leave it in case you never know. You might.
So it's, the way it was set up is so that there would still be money in there. That's why it's just a 4%.
Right. So the idea is, so our spending policy balances gains and losses in the market and then fees assessed to the fund. And so then by doing a prudent 4%, kind of balances all that out, so then the fund continues to grow. So for right now, example, as of June 30th, the foundation, we are closing at like 8.5% right now for the year, which obviously can change. Last year, the foundation closed at 18.5%. So, and then the year before was negative 20
Yeah.
something, like everybody else. But the previous 3 or 4 years were all double-digit returns. And so we have a group of individuals who sit on our investment committee. Prime Buckholz manages the majority of our endowment. And so we work with them, we meet with them quarterly with the investment committee and members of our board to oversee the different managers that we utilize in
We're gonna
terms
be
of
setting off the fire alarm
setting
now?
up
Okay.
the different investment funds that we use for our endowment.
Okay.
And there's nothing you need to have to do with all of that.
Oh,
So you just enjoy the 4% that comes every year.
awesome.
Yeah, no work, but it's good to know that we can take gifts at any time. Or say you had somebody who wanted to maintain, the cemetery that you were showing the pictures
Right.
of. We can work with them to set up a designated fund for the same way. So we have designated funds for all multiple purposes for organizations throughout Worcester County.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and then we also do things like, the foundation also does donor advised funds. So if people want to manage their philanthropy in one place, that a community location. We also have a lot of scholarship funds. We award
Yes.
about 800,000.
This is Cheryl Veda.
Hi.
This is who takes care of all the money that comes through.
Hi, Cheryl, I'm Kelly.
Hi, nice to
This
meet
is
you.
what it is, Cheryl. That's the beginning fund, and it was set up by this person.
But where are the funds?
At the Greater Worcester
This-
Community Foundation.
All right, so they're
Yes.
not on the town's.
No.
No, it's a permanent fund at the foundation. And what happens is every year we distribute 4% out based on our spending policy.
Yeah.
So at the bottom, Betsy
That
has
would
it
be
down
the
at the bottom
4%.
is at 2280.
So who would the check be made out to?
Who do we send the check
Well, the cemetery is going to be using it.
For repair.
Yeah.
Correct,
So,
so-
it would. I think we'll have to talk with Jean, but I think she'll probably have to make another line item on her GL.
Okay.
But the money should come to the town of Douglas, care of Douglas Cemetery
Cemetery.
Preservation Fund, I would think. Just the way it
Okay.
is.
Just the way it is up here.
Are you
Okay.
only using it for this
Yes.
Douglas Center
That's all
Cemetery?
it-
Yes,
It can only be used for that.
Okay.
because that was stipulated by that, if you want a copy of that.
Yeah, I'll take a copy of this because we're gonna have
Yeah,
to make
you
it.
can have
You can
the,
Oh,
always-
thank you. Because we'll have to make another. She's gonna have to make another account.
Okay, yep.
And my contact information is in there, so if there's any questions, you can just call or
Okay.
send me an email.
All right. She's working on payroll today, so
Yeah.
I
No,
don't want to
don't
bother
mess
her.
with
Nope,
Payroll.
that's fine. Yep, I won't bother her either.
But so yeah, and we're gonna get that every year.
Yes.
Yeah, this year you'll receive it in September. Going forward, we'll send it in April.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we'll make another account.
Okay,
So the cemetery accounts are at Bartholomew and Company, which is, and then that's who handles the trust funds. So I'll have to call them. I'll set up an account with them there. When the money comes in, I'll wire it into that account. And then she's going to have to set up her separate account on the GL. So it will gain better interest rather than being in a regular bank account.
okay, that's fine.
So Tom Bartholomew is our board chair.
Is he?
Yeah, I know Tom well.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
He's a nice
So
guy.
He's a great guy. So,
Okay, that's good.
All right,
All right.
Okay, so,
I'll talk with Jean.
thank you.
all right, so the check is going to be made payable to the town of Douglas, and then the purpose and description will be the Douglas Center Cemetery, maintenance and repair of the property.
Okay,
Thank
thank you.
Questions? I know.
Very alarming.
Little distraction with
Yes.
the alarm, but yeah. Sounds good.
yes?
Okay, great. Okay, and I also brought, give you one too for the woman who just left, but we have what we call endowments at the foundation.
Oh, thank
Oh.
you. That's cute.
I brought those.
Thanks.
Share that.
Endowments.
Endowments, yep.
Very,
Sorry,
Did they taste like Altoids?
Yeah, they're pretty good, actually. I
Oh,
like them.
okay.
So I'm trying not to open them. I'm supposed to be giving them away. But, yeah, so.
I can smell the mint already.
I know,
That's
they
nice.
smell very good. So, okay, so I'll do all those things. You'll see a
Awesome.
check before the end of September, so if there's any changes to anything, you can follow up my business cards and all the packets.
Yep.
If you have anybody else interested in doing anything with the foundation, we're happy to assist in any way. And I was just wrapping up, before the alarm went off, that, the foundation does a lot of work in scholarship. And so we're granting out over $800,000 in scholarship aid to local high school
Can you
students
stop
going
and
to
see Jean
college.
when you're done? Okay.
So, yeah,
Great.
Just so there's a lot of different things that the foundation can help with.
Awesome.
Yeah, okay, great.
Thank you so much for
All
coming
right.
down.
Yeah, no problem, happy to do it. So, no, it was a nice drive.
Oh, good.
All right, thank you.
And that was good news.
It was great news, I know, usually everybody likes it when I show up and tell them.
Right.
I get money.
Yeah.
Right.
So, well,
Nothing better than that.
yep. All right, have a wonderful day,
Awesome.
enjoy your summer.
Thank you.
Thank
Same
you.
to you. All right. Well, that is good. Good news. Let's see. Do we have anything else on our agenda?
So this is not the 42,000. The 40, that comes
Right,
from the
this is
sale of
separate.
plots.
Right.
The part of the sale plots.
Yeah, it goes into that, and it's 42,000.
Yeah,
That's what the balance is, and that's held by the town?
yeah.
These are the
It's my
proceeds.
understanding that there's two accounts, the 42 and one that's much smaller, that haven't been used since 89, 90.
Probably.
And Gene told me we could use that without going before
The town.
town committee, yes.
So that's the total amount.
Yes,
Okay. And so what you want is to be taken out of that.
right.
Okay. Do you want to vote on that today?
Sure.
Well,
But-
I'm asking you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. But you guys had questions about what kind of epoxy
Yeah,
he was using.
I do, so,
Right.
and I would vote no at this point.
Okay.
So,
Well,
I don't
let's
know
see
whether.
if we can get Lou to meet with us, maybe, so we can, just have a little discussion, and maybe he can answer our questions
Yep.
on what he uses and so forth. And maybe in the meantime, we can also kind of, I know we've got Lee's list now, maybe we could just pick a couple in each cemetery, or, well, we have to
A
use.
fair distribution.
Right, yeah. We do have to use that money that the Worcester Foundation is going to give us for Douglas Center, so I
Correct.
think it'd be good to use that money, toward what needs to be done in Douglas Center with
Right,
him.
absolutely. So that would knock this down, the
Right,
8,000 down by 2.
right.
Yeah, but I don't know if
But
that's.
if we have other ones that are more priority, like maybe that one that's sliding off,
Yeah.
yeah, so,
He said
We'd have
that
to
wouldn't
get a
be a
big-
problem. He said, he could just add that on. It might make it go up a little bit, but the estimate.
I
yeah.
mean, I thought about the ones towards the front that are in, I think it's a Wallace. That the wires are all broken, there's a little fence around it and has little
Yeah.
stones. And all the metal is broken, the gate's broken off its hinges. It might be nice to repair that.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
possibility.
Yeah, because the stones are there, you just have to stick the rods through it that goes around the enclosure.
Oh.
Charlie Church was also related to the Wallaces. so.
Oh, okay, well, that would make Charlie happy.
Well, I knew Charlie
Right.
Church.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I was trying to think, I also think that,
How is our stone wall doing in Douglas Center? Does that need any repair, or is that doing okay?
there is a little area that could use a repair where, I don't know, John Farno didn't think that anybody backed up there. He thought it was just from something else. But there is a little area that the stones have come down. And I don't know if somebody could just fix it or,
Right.
You really need a stone person. I mean,
Yeah.
before
Like a
COVID,
stonemason.
I had a stonemason that looked at it, and he said he could fix it.
Right.
I also thought in that grassy area where the new monuments are all going in, that we could plant 2 oak trees or 2 maple trees or whatever,
Yeah, that would
and
be
have a company put in like one that's sizable, not like
right,
one that's
like
4
the little,
inches,
the little sticks you buy, right?
right?
The little 1-inch
Um,
diameter trees. Yeah, I mean, there's several things we could do, you know, with the money from the Greater Community Foundation, but
So, I mean, I thought about those going forward, because I know a lot of
Yeah.
people
right.
like trees. And it's also, it's bare out there. And that's why, he also, the landscaper that I had look at it quite a few years ago said that a lot of that is being eroded because you have no trees to hold
No, 'cause the
all that
birds.
grass in.
Yep.
So, I mean, this year fortunately, there's been a lot of water.
Right.
Yeah.
So everything looks green, but in most years, it looks very dry and dusty.
Right. Yeah. That would be a good thing to look into, getting a couple of trees and even maybe finding out how much it would be to repair that plot fence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I remember when I did that cemetery, I thought, gosh, that's sad that this whole little enclosure is all
Right.
broken
And
into
those were,
pieces.
back in the day, I'm sure those were quite expensive to
Yeah.
put in.
So those are some thoughts that I had. Also, it's in the front of the thing. I mean,
So
people walking
it's
by
visible
would
by
see it.
the
Right.
road, right.
But my crow tree's still there.
Oh, good.
I check every time. Nobody snuck it down.
Right. Well, maybe if we could do like, you know, if we could maybe prioritize a few things in Douglas Center and then a few things in Pine Grove and a few things in South Street. You know, and if he could possibly come down and meet with us and we could talk about, you know, what those priorities would be and what kind of materials he would use. I think that would be good.
It's Wallace enclosure.
And getting quotes on those other things would be
On the
good too.
front.
If we could find anyone that does that kind of repair. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's probably what, is that ironwork, you think, around the
A welder.
plot? I'm sure there's still people that do ironwork.
Yeah, I know a welder.
One of those old
Huh?
school.
I know a welder. My husband had him weld up his truck.
Is
He had
a
to
wel-
weld underneath his truck. Yeah, he's down on Davis Street.
Oh,
I can't remember his name. Stephen something. But yeah, my husband ordered the parts from somewhere and he welded them all on for him. to fix his
Oh.
truck. Well, my husband's also a machinist, so.
Oh, okay.
But these look like just rods that go,
Yeah.
like iron rods.
Sounds like it's,
You put them through the little holes in the
Simple.
granite and it goes
Yeah.
all the way around. And there's also a gate that is fallen off. That maybe,
well, I wonder if like ornamental
no, the gate's beautiful.
ironwork
Mm.
people would be able to look at that.
I mean, those,
If you
those
want,
are
I'll
thoughts.
take that on and look around to see if I can find a person that could give a quote
Yeah.
on the gate. So I'll take that on.
All right.
Sounds good. And we have until September to decide what we want to do with that, so, I mean,
yeah.
we'll probably have a next meeting in August,
In August, sure.
because since we're in July, so we can do an August meeting and maybe
I get a
prep up
price on
some.
the trees.
Yeah, okay. We'll
Because I
get
would like
some-
a company to come in and plant like a tree
Yeah, right, like a decent sized tree.
Already grown.
that's
Yeah.
already grown, so I'm not dead by the time
Right,
it's 2
right,
feet
because
high.
that's the chance you take with the little tiny ones you
Well,
get.
I'm afraid somebody just run it over or whatever.
Right.
Right. Yeah, so maybe if we can all round up some quotes, I'll look into the ironwork thing, and if you want to look into the trees thing, and
And I'll try to get
you
Monty.
can get Monty to join us hopefully at our next meeting.
Does he
so.
just do stone repair?
No, he sells monuments and stones and it's a monument company.
Okay,
Oh, sure.
Lou Monty and Sons in Marlboro.
okay.
but it's very hard to find stone repair people.
Yes, I remember how much trouble you were having,
Yeah,
and
I-
everybody that
and-
does it was booked.
And I was shocked when I found him in Marlboro. I said, great, because the one I found in Connecticut that was recommended by other people I had talked to, she said, we wouldn't be able to come out for 3 years
Oh, wow.
because
Well, they've been there for a number of years,
I know, but
so.
Right, yeah. In the grand scheme of things, 3 years probably isn't that much longer for them, right? Since they've been there probably 100
100.
years plus, right?
but
It's a long time for us, not a long time for the stone.
I also think we should get a shed. I think that's
Yeah.
something,
a what?
a shed. Something to put in the corner that we can lock, that you can put like your cleaning
supplies.
materials in.
Yep.
You can put your
Right.
brushes in, something
Yeah.
that's
And
usable.
maybe also if we could put the headstones that we have in there that are in the screen house right
Right.
now, because that won't be here forever. so.
No.
Right. There's also the ones down at the Jenks store.
Yeah, I did want to talk to them at some point and ask them, just inquire if they wanted to have us at least inventory those, or if they had
Yeah,
That's a
any
good
interest
idea.
in, you know.
because those came from your cemetery.
Yeah, they came from somewhere, right?
Yep.
There are a
And
couple
I
of
think
little
Sh-
footstones.
Well, the
so-
Shirley Cooney has some in her house somehow. I'm gonna ask her.
Right? We'll have to reach out to her and see if she does.
So, I mean, yeah. Because even if we had like a special shelf that we could put them on.
Right. We have quite a few in that screen house. There's
Yep.
almost 60
Yeah, the
60
screen house is
stones.
gonna last forever.
Yeah, right, and it would probably be good to have them somewhere secure, because that's not secure.
Now, that's town land that's on. I was wondering if we could put our shed there, because then it would have a driveway access.
Yeah, that's a good question.
And it wouldn't take up lot room.
Right, I wonder what they're going to do with that, because I know they eventually want to tear down that brown house.
Right.
I don't know if it's on Capitol or how they have to go through. I know they have a little work to do to get it demoed, but I don't know how much of a,
Do you think they're gonna have it
Priority
demoed?
Oh, yeah.
I know they were talking about it and they wanted to do it, but the thing that was holding them up was there was asbestos, so they have to pay for the asbestos removal and then they can demo it. But I do think they want to move it up in the list, because I believe, if I remember correctly, last I heard, it has a hole in the roof.
Yeah,
It does.
So it's becoming like a little bit more of a hazard, and they're looking to move that up the list.
It's been condemned to. the
Yeah, right, I noticed their little
Signs.
sign on it, yep,
The school.
so, yeah. So it would be good if we could get a shed, and if we could move those out of the screen house prior to them demoing.
Or buy a
But I don't know who
shed
we
that
would-
could go where that
Yeah.
screen house is, because
I don't
that's
know
a
if we
nice,
could ask about
in-between
whether
area.
we'd be able to use part of that land for a shed. I wonder who we could ask.
Or
I don't
we
know,
could.
Highway or.
They could donate it to extend our cemetery.
Right, I think originally that was actually part of the idea.
Yeah.
part of the
But I
idea.
don't know if they have any different plans now, because, things change and I don't know.
Things do change, all the time.
Yeah. I don't know if now they want that to go with the soccer fields, or if they want to
Right.
still give that to the cemetery, but I don't know who would decide that, but it would be nice if we could find out.
Yeah, because it's not that big, and then they have the driveway there.
Right.
So, I mean,
Something,
but
if we could get a
it'd
shed.
be
that
nice
would
to
be
have the
something
shed
that
not
lasts.
on the plots,
Right,
Right.
right.
and somewhere we can drive up to it and
Yeah,
put
something
tools and
accessible,
take 'em out.
right. And the crypt is like, in a pinch, it's okay to keep our cleaning stuff in there, but it's a little,
Yeah, but that's not.
It's a pain in the neck to open
yeah,
and
it
close the
is.
door.
It's hard to get in and out of there, and the stairs make me a little nervous,
Yeah.
so I would prefer to have a more easily accessible, lockable
Right.
place to store things. So a shed is a good idea, maybe, if anyone wants to look around for
A shed.
how much sheds go for.
How much, yeah, but how big would you need it? Like as big as this room?
Well, I mean, we'd probably want something that's a decent size, enough to fit all of our supplies and the headstones in.
Headstones, yeah.
So, I mean, I would think, I'm not even sure how many feet wide you would need,
Yeah, I know.
or
10 by
maybe one of us
15.
could measure the screen house and get a rough idea of
Yeah.
what we think,
I can do that.
okay.
But, Sheds are not cheap.
Yeah, they are a little expensive.
Well, no, but if you're gonna purchase it, I mean, it should last. I
Right.
mean, something that we purchased today should last 50 to 100
Right,
years, maybe.
I hope so. Right.
You know,
We hope,
Do you want
yeah.
metal or do you want wood or do you know?
Yeah, something decent.
wood's nice,
you know.
but it
But
doesn't
it's-
last forever.
Right.
It needs upkeep. A metal roof would be excellent if we could find a shed with a metal roof, because those last forever. And usually, if your roof is good, you're good for a while. You know, maybe need a little painting every now and again if it was wood, but wood would also be nice considering it's a historic cemetery and we don't want to, you know, I wouldn't go with like a Rubbermaid or anything.
No.
That would be a little
No,
unsightly.
but they make that materials that looks like wood too.
Yeah, that's
that
true. They have vinyl and stuff too.
Lasts forever.
Yeah. Well, we could do a little looking around and see, you know, what looks like it would last. And I don't know if shed places could give you an idea of how long their items would last. I know there's like Skip's Sheds on 146 and
Yep.
Sutton. That's pretty close. I don't know what they have for inventory, but
Yeah, I don't
they
know.
have nice looking buildings that I've
Coolman
noticed.
sell
No,
sheds
I'm
too?
not sure. They might. I'll have to look next time
I
I
thought
go
I saw
by
that
there.
truck going by once with like sheds on it.
Yeah, they might. That's a good thing to look into, especially where it's the end of the summer, because a lot of the places might be putting stuff on sale maybe in September when we'll be getting our
Sale on sheds?
check. Yeah. Well, like, because they don't want to put them away for the next year, you know what I mean? A lot of the times,
Yeah.
I know like Home Depot and stuff will clearance their sheds at the end of the year, so not a bad idea to look into that. You can do a little shed research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the stuff that you purchase, is it freezable?
The D2, I'll have to check. I want to say I think it's not affected by freezing, but.
Because you know, I
can
know my
look
husband
into
brings
it.
in these odd paint cans during the
Oh,
winter
yeah.
of the
right.
garage.
Yeah, that's true.
Stores
That's
them
a
in
good
my
thing to
house
think
and he's
about.
I'm all like, oh,
I mean, I
brother.
did have it on my porch last winter for the one that we bought last year, and that's not a heated porch, and I think the D2 was okay
Was okay.
when you used it, right? It
Yeah.
seemed to still work, yeah.
So you could leave it out over the winter and it wouldn't be
I would think so, but you know, I can call the
company and ask them,
Sure,
can I leave it out
yeah.
in the elements?
Sure, I'll find out if it's affected by freezing. It didn't seem to be like when we used it, so.
No.
Yeah, because there used to be a shed down in the
Yeah.
corner on the other side of the road,
Oh, yeah.
way down in that corner.
Yeah, it would be good to have, especially if we're gonna have, you know, the equipment for cleaning and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. That sounds like a good thing to look into. I didn't have any updates on planning a workshop. I'm not sure where we're getting toward the end of the summer, if there'd still be time to do that or not, but that might be something we want to plan before the spring, maybe?
Yeah.
Because I think it's getting a little late in the season to try to book a
Workshop.
workshop. Yeah. And then I don't have any other old business. I don't know if either of you have anything. And then we have topics not reasonably anticipated, which we could do that letter we just received, the one about Orange Street.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to make copies for everybody. I'm
Oh,
very
okay.
interested
Yeah,
in what they're going to do with the cemetery down
right,
there.
yeah, we can make copies of this.
I mean,
So-
I can't squawk about the trees. I don't know nothing about them.
So we only received this in our box today, so
Okay.
it's new to us. So we'll take it as something not anticipated 48 hours in advance. So this is a letter from the Community Development Department. It says, Orange Street area residents of Douglas, we write to inform you of a substantial forestry operation that will be occurring in your immediate area. Further, we want you to be aware of the authority that granted the permit for this activity and the steps to take if you have concerns or complaints. The Community Development Office reviewed a copy of the forestry management plan for parcels 270-2 and 270-1 off Orange Street, owned by the Irrevocable Trust of Paul
Paul Chase.
Chasey Jr. The plans call for approximately 125 cords of wood to be removed. The letter is to inform you that the project has been approved by the Department of Conservation and Recreation. does not require any local jurisdiction, and they give the citation. It's an agricultural exemption. The local Conservation Commission holds no jurisdiction over these types of projects. The long-term forest management approval was granted on June 21st, 2024, and expires May 23rd, 2026. It includes removal of certain types of trees in a specific caliber and does not include clear cutting the entire property. If you'd like a copy of the plan, please reach out to Matthew Benoit, Director of Community Development, and it has his email and phone number on there. If you'd like to file a complaint during the process, you can reach out to the Department of Conservation and Recreation or State Parks agent, Mike Dowley, and it also has his number included. So we did receive this under cemeteries, so our concern would be if there's any cemeteries in the immediate area that's involved in this, and I'm not sure.
But it sounds like it's already been approved
It does
and
sound like
everything.
it's already been approved,
It's a
so
done
there's
deal
not a
then.
lot that could be done, and thankfully, it sounds like it's not being clear cut, it's just they're taking
Certain trees.
selected trees. So it's 270-2 and 270-1. I don't know if anyone wants to pull up those parcels maybe on the GIS and see. I'm not really familiar where the cemetery is down there or where these particular parcels are, so
Yeah.
I'm just curious to know if
Yeah,
they're,
that's extensive.
if they're
down
on there.
But I'm not so sure either, because
Maybe I can see if I can get the GIS on my phone real quick.
you can,
Hopefully be able to. We'll just go to handy old Google.
Could we just ask that
yeah.
Conservation Commission?
You wanna go down and ask him?
Whether the
Or
cemeteries-
Matthew Benoit and see if he has a plan, that plan?
What was the plot number? I mean, the plot numbers.
Oh, sorry.
I'm thinking of plots. The parcel
The plot
numbers.
number.
Parcel numbers, I meant to say. 270-2 and 270-1. So I'll just write those down for myself. GIS.
Look the other way. Oh, the other way.
270-2. Let's see. GIS.
Yeah, I would be curious as to what are the cemeteries in that area?
Yeah.
So that would be my question.
Right. It's like I think they notified
But they're also
us.
private, so
Right.
there's very little you can do with it.
Right. They're letting us know, but I'm not sure what we can really do. And that was 270-1, so,
I was hoping the trees aren't in that area.
yeah, right. So it looks like that's 22 Orange Street is 270-1.
That's down the end of Orange Street. I'm trying to think, because there's two small family cemeteries of Aldrich in there. I think. And geez, it's been 20 years since I've wandered up there to see if they're
Oh,
still there.
yeah.
Well, because you have to cross some considerable water, so there's
Oh,
a lot of
yeah.
water.
So I don't know if you can tell anything from this map, but that's the parcel they're talking of, 270-1.
Yeah, they don't tell you if there's a cemetery.
Yeah, I can't really see.
You have to look on the assessor's office.
That's like, there is a little body of water there, but they don't show any cemetery.
No, they don't. Not all the cemeteries are all put.
Right, they're not
Because
all
they-
on there either,
All
right?
those things are done by the ear. If they don't see them.
Yeah,
exist.
right, so if the tree foliage is covering,
Right.
let's see, -2, pull up -2.
Matt is on vacation.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
have to worry about it then.
So I just pulled up 270-1, but we're not able to really, we're not able to tell, like, I pulled it up on the GIS, but I'll
Uh-huh.
show you here. It's like, that's the second parcel, and I am not sure, it says that Round Top Brook is there, but it doesn't, I don't know what any of this,
Where's
there's a
the
little-
cemetery?
right, that's what we're trying to figure out, if there's actually a cemetery near there. There's a little square thing on there, but it doesn't even say what that is.
Yeah, could be. A
Oh,
house.
it is a cemetery. Look,
See?
when I close up on it, that's a cemetery.
Okay.
Doesn't tell you which one.
Nope. No, it doesn't. It just says cemetery. Let me click on it and see if there's any further details.
Can I get if you go into the assessor's office, they can give you a printout of it.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll do that, because that looks like there's definitely a cemetery on that one. And that was parcel 270-2.
270-2 and 1?
Yep, and
I'm
one.
asking. See if they're in. Don't they go on lunch or something?
They might. It's noon. Yeah, because there's definitely a cemetery on one of those, which is probably why we got the letter.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just not sure what we can do about
I
it
don't
if
think
it's
there's
already
anything
been
we can do
approved.
according to
Yeah,
that letter.
right. I mean, hopefully they'll be mindful of the fact that there's a cemetery there and not, disturb it too much, but.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Orange Street, so I wasn't really sure where exactly
No,
that was. It's always those little cemeteries that are out in
Yeah.
the middle of nowhere that you gotta worry about. And I don't know, I don't think we really have jurisdiction over it, but,
no.
and it sounds like even if we did, it's already been decided.
Yeah.
So, it's probably just a courtesy letter to inform us. But I am curious, so we'll see what the assessor's office has. Already approved on these and give them to Chris on my way out. sent all our minutes over to the clerk.
Huh?
I just sent all our minutes over to the clerk, so that was easy. I realized I had them all in my email. I'm like, instead of handing her all this paper, I'll just send it over there. Get us caught up.
Can I talk to you real quick?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I print out a GIS map? Do you know where that cemetery is located? You can just draw it on there for me, so I can talk to him about it.
We're not
No,
exactly
we
sure where it
don't
is.
know where exactly it is on there, so that's
Okay.
why we wanted to see the GIS, because we
Okay,
were
let me
curious.
print out a couple maps and then
Okay.
I'll show you, because I have no
Oh,
idea.
okay, because I thought I saw it when I pulled it up on, like, online, it has like a little box, it looked like, and when I made it bigger and clicked on it, it said cemetery, so
Okay, all
I
right.
think it was on the one that was -2.
-2, all right.
Yeah, I
Let
think
me-
so.
Let me do a little research while you guys are
Okay.
here. I'm like,
Thank
please
you.
still be here.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it may take them a while to research where those are. Betsy, where are you going? Right. Come back.
There's no other business we have there.
No, I think not, so we
Okay.
could probably adjourn. I don't know if
Yeah.
we need Betsy though.
Oh, this is the Orange Street letter.
Yep.
You need that, right?
Yeah, I can keep that, sure. Oh, right. Oh, you got one. Let's take a look. I was gonna say, it might take a while. We might need to adjourn and follow up next week.
So there's
next
one here?
meeting.
And there's
Oh,
one
you
here.
found them. Oh, good, okay. Let's take a quick
How
look.
does the tree work? The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Chase's, that was a really big bomb.
Wow. These don't have parcel nu- oh, this is 271.
I don't know how he's gonna divide that.
That's a good question. I have to take a look at that. Thank you for circling those, 'cause-
'Cause you're right.
I wouldn't have been able to find them on there. I'm like,
Yes, could have made them a little bigger, but that's okay.
What's RA?
is that the zone? It's like residential agricultural, I think. or
Oh, okay, yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yep,
Chase Pond.
yep.
So, these are the two lots, here and here.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a South Douglas Cemetery right there.
So
That's
it's-
labeled. If there's
oh,
nothing
okay.
labeled in here, then I
Yeah.
haven't got the slightest
I wonder
idea.
if we could compare it to.
Is that 271?
Oh,
That's both of them.
I might have to try to compare.
Because here's the pond,
Yeah.
and we have, here and here is cemeteries. So they would be up here somewhere?
So, yeah, up by Pine Street,
Yes.
maybe.
That's one too. Because when I folded up that little square.
Yep.
South Douglas Cemetery is right on, South Street.
Yeah, so I don't think that's
I
not
don't
gonna be
think that's it.
in,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
gonna
that
be in it,
shouldn't
but
be.
that,
But, yeah,
I'm
there's
not
another
sure.
one. I can't. So up here, you're saying?
yeah, and I think on this one, I think it's this, because when I, like, did that on the website, it said cemetery.
So,
I
okay,
think
that's
that's
outside
one.
that one, yeah.
Yeah,
But if he's concerned about anything up here.
right.
Maybe it's here and here,
Oh, okay, I see.
you know?
Yeah,
So
so
it's-
it could be they're outside it, hopefully.
I hate reading maps. Yeah, let me expand that one and see what that says, but these are the two lots in question.
All right, thank you.
All I know, I just got the paperwork in the mail. I'm like,
Right,
What the
oh,
heck?
thanks.
All right, let me see what else I can
We
find.
just got the letter too, so we're like curious, like,
Well,
where
yeah,
are
see,
these?
the problem is DCR is supposed to send out those letters, and they claim that they did,
Oh.
but we sent this out just to cover ourselves.
Wow.
Because we have no control over this forestry
Yeah,
permit. This
and
is
that's
out of our
the,
hands.
that's the first anyone saw of it probably
Right,
then,
yeah, so the
right?
procedures are missing some steps
Oh,
somewhere.
boy. All right.
Yeah, we can probably adjourn our meeting. I mean,
Yeah, I
we're
think so, and then we'll just follow
Going
up.
into just
Yeah,
yapping
we'll
right
just
now.
follow up,
Yeah.
right? Okay, do we want to pick a next meeting date before we adjourn? Do you want to do August? Because we'll have the fund in September, so I'll pull up my calendar for August.
In the meantime, we should look around. I mean, like I said, you look at that gate, that
Yeah.
enclosure up by the front.
Right.
I mean, I documented that cemetery 20, maybe longer than that, 30 years ago. So that was in disrepair when I was there.
Oh, yeah. Wow. So let's see. Does Thursday still work good for everybody
Yep.
for August? Okay.
Sure you don't want Squeaky at my meetings. Squeaky.
Oh, that's cute. Is that her nickname?
Squiggy.
Squiggy. Oh, that's adorable. So let's see. Where do you want to do the week of the 22nd or the week of the 29th? Which is preferred, 22nd or 29th?
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
No, not in Rochester. Once I get over this Rochester,
Oh yeah,
I'm not looking forward to that.
it's quite a trek.
Yeah, 7 hours there and 7 hours back
Oh my gosh. Wow.
with Squeaky.
Oh boy. Oh, you're taking
Screaming
her
the
with you?
entire
Oh
way.
my goodness. Oh wow. That should be quite a journey. I hope you make frequent rest stops. So, you guys want to say the 29th? Thursday, the 29th of August?
Yeah,
Want to do 11 a.m.?
yep.
Okay, I'll put that in my calendar. Cemetery for 11 a.m. Okay, so I put that in the calendar. So motion to adjourn at 12:22 p.m.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.